Always playing.
Look at that.
That's a super giant gun, isn't it?
This is the perfect carry gun.
It's kind of close to what you were carrying last week.
SIG Rattler in 300 Blackout.
I like it.
Adjustable gas piston. 4 positions or 3 positions brace.
Brace.
Right?
Yeah.
300 Blackout. We get to play with the coolest stuff.
I know.
All right, another
I like
one.
it.
Another one to hide in my office. Are we actually live now?
We are live.
Well, welcome to Live at the Range, and
I am not John again.
and he's in kind of a mood.
I am.
Do you ever have those friends who kind of get in that mood and
I'm never that way.
they need a mood adjustment? So send Phil some mood adjustments. I did print these bigger this time.
That's good. For
You'll
you,
notice?
it doesn't matter to me.
For me.
Yeah.
So hey, welcome to, what is this, our 4th show? 5th show?
I think it's supposed to be our 5th, but it's actually our 4th.
It's 4.1.
Yeah. It's, somebody messed up over
There.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to Live at the Range. Beautiful, sunny Baldwin, Missouri.
Man, it's nice outside.
And here we are in this unlit cave talking to
But we are at the range.
talking to the interwebs.
Yes.
So, but we are at the range.
Yeah.
So John is actually, I think he would rather be here. He's his sweetheart has jury duty, so he's taking care of things on the home front. So John, if you're watching, save your comments for the end. This was all his idea. So I'm Ron McCain. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the sales manager here. Phil Balsamo is our trainer extraordinaire, the Beard, aka the Beard, AK-47, the Beard. And we're going to talk a little bit today about stuff that's going on. We'll do our little commercial up front, talk about some things going on. We'll talk about what's going on in the news.
Yep.
There's some cool stuff that's happening to some retailers out there. I'm going to call it cool. We're going to spend some time talking about that.
I like it.
I love the fact that there is, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
It's working out pretty good right now.
I think I like what's happening right now with some of the things. It's unfortunate that we have to talk about them, or that they are happening. And then today, I thought it would be a good idea for us to talk about what you should do if you're ever stopped by law enforcement and you're carrying concealed.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And saying gun is not the answer.
Not a good thing.
Right? So we're going to talk through that and answer any questions. If you got any questions, shoot them to us. And make sure that you're checking out our webpage, therangestl.com. We're going to talk about some training and some things. We're going to talk about some sales stuff. You can get updates on all of that there as well as on our Facebook page. So let's just kick off there. It's May. We're still in our Mayhem promo. And this
9
week,
days in.
I didn't bring one. This week we've got our advanced tactical trauma kits.
Advanced medical.
Advanced medical.
Trauma kits.
Everything's advanced tactical anymore. Medical trauma kits
I have
are
a
on
tactical
sale.
phone.
Yeah, you do. $33. Are we not broadcasting?
Yeah.
Are we broadcasting?
We're still live.
Yeah, I think we're still.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
It caught up. So
Our internet here is not the fastest.
we're working on that.
Yeah.
It's anyway. So those medical kits and all of our medical kits are on sale, but that one is normally $45. It's only $33.
I actually think that's incorrect. I think it's normally $50.
Well, we sell it for $45 because we're good guys. Or $49. You're right. $49.99.
Yeah, I think it's $49.99. Yeah. So
Anyway,
your big text is wrong on here.
it's a great deal. Well, yeah, I'm old.
But it is $32.99, which is an even better deal from $49.99.
You can't
So
not.
it's
You can't not have a couple of them.
Even if you've got a couple already.
Grab a couple more.
another one, throw it in the car, throw it in a backpack, throw it. It never hurts to have them.
Never hurts. And then all month we're going to be running our special for new college grads. Come in and get a 90-day membership for $60.
Yes, $60.
Yeah, that's 3 visits. It's somebody shooting something big downstairs.
They are shooting something.
Can they hear that on the?
They can probably
Give us a
hear that
thumbs
on
up if you can hear it. In the world, we're sitting on top of the range, and boop, there it was again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that college grad program, you know, they're going to be home for 2-3 months. Why not? We thought, let's give them something to do, something fun to do, something educational, something that keeps them out of the heat, something that gets them out of mom and dad's hair. $60, it's a great deal for those college grads. And then for those of you who are members here at the range, our monthly, or our members only bunker bonus.
Yep.
Our mob for this month is 115 grain full metal jacket, 9mm, only $10.99 a box, 50 rounds.
Well, we're flying through that stuff, aren't we?
We should.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a good deal.
I mean, I'm going to buy some more. Do I have 9mm at home? Yes.
Probably not any.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, anyway, honey, hi. And then Mother's Day, just around. It's this Sunday.
This Sunday.
So we will be open. So bring mom down. Let her. And you stay home and do the dishes. Send mom to the range. She can shoot for free on Mother's Day. So, and happy Mother's Day to my mom and all those moms that are out there. So, and don't forget your mothers.
Yes.
Please.
Don't forget about it. And remember, it's Sunday coming up, like this Sunday, a few days away.
Yeah. So don't wait till 7:30 Saturday night to go get her something.
That's usually what I do.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not good at that.
Okay. And that wasn't a joke, by the way, when I said do the dishes and let her get out of the house. That was for real. But that was sexist too, because now I'm saying all moms do is the dishes. I'm going to get some hate mail on that one.
I know.
I'm sending you hate mail personally.
I am so sorry. That is not what I intended.
I'm going to egg your desk, your new desk.
All right. My bad. Okay. Let's talk about classes real quick.
Okay.
Reason we're here, not just the guns and gear, not just the entertainment factor, but we believe people should be prepared to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
The more people that can do that, safer society is, better everybody is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So why don't you go through and just talk about some of the stuff that's coming up training-wise.
Yeah.
And always remember, you can go to therangestl.com/training, and then you can look at each one of those months and sign up right online. So.
Yeah. So everything you can look, if you want to look at stuff that we have going on next month, you can just click on June and see what we've got coming up and sign up for anything that you want on there. Tonight we've actually got our Girls Just Want to Have Guns event, ladies only event. It's one of the funnest events that we do here.
I think we've still got 2 or 3 spots.
Yeah, we've got
available.
a couple. Yeah, I think we've got 4 or 5 actually. I had a couple of.
Cool.
I had a mother and daughter that got stuck in Mexico that were supposed to be back yesterday.
Ugh.
That we're hoping to get back tonight. So we did have a couple spots open up on that. So if you're sitting around the house, you got nothing going on, and you happen to be a lady, sign up online, come on out and join us. It's a really, really good time.
And if you have something else that you're planning on doing tonight, cancel that and come to Girls Just Want to Have Guns.
Absolutely. And then this weekend on the 12th of May, we've got our anti-carjacking class as well as a hand-to-hand fundamentals class. If you want to learn some open hand stuff from Dennis,
Really good stuff.
what you can do when you don't have a firearm on you, or maybe when it's not appropriate to go to a firearm, it's a great class for that. May 14th, which is next Monday, 2 Mondays from now.
I don't know. What's today?
It's too
The
many
9th?
days.
It's,
Yeah.
it's this coming Monday.
It's this coming Monday. We've got our Guys and Guns event. Super fun event for the guys only. We've got a bunch of fun stuff that we do in that. In Bay 2, you get to shoot a bunch of our fun guns, suppressed guns, short barrel rifles, full auto. In Bay 3, I believe this month, we will have a competition stage set up. So
Those are always
if you've
fun.
never run one, even if you have, it's still a good time. You come out, you get to run a competition stage. You can kind of compete against everybody else that's here, especially if your friends are here. It's fun to compete against them, and we give away prizes for the top 3 or 4 shooters, and then sometimes we throw a little something in for the last place shooter also. Usually a free range pass, like,
So-
hey, you need to come out here and shoot a little bit more.
That's a great idea.
I know.
So if you've never tried an IDPA style event where you're scooting and shooting, this is a great intro way to do it, because you're going to have your RSL, which is typically going to be Dustin following you, giving you pointers, talking you through it. You don't have to move fast. You just start to build that muscle memory, start to get control, and always stay in control. But for me, the first couple of times that I did it, the excitement level for me was through the roof, because I'm not just standing in a
Yes, you can
lane
actually move and
shooting.
shoot.
I'm moving, and I'm cutting corners, and I'm doing reloads. And it's freaking awesome.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. And then we've got Kirkwood Station Brewing coming out for some beers afterwards, which is always a good time. Come up, you put your gear away, we cut a wristband off you, and you get have some samples of good local beer.
Yeah, and remember, this is not Tennessee.
Yeah, you got to shoot and then drink.
Not drink and
Not
then
drink
shoot.
and then shoot. Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah. Hold my beer. If anybody says hold my beer on the floor, it's going to be dangerous, right? Go get the med kits.
On the 19th of May, we have the Springfield Armory, Missouri State Indoor Carry Championship IDPA match. So if you're an IDPA member, you have to be an IDPA member for that match. For our normal monthly IDPA matches, you do not have to be an IDPA member or be ranked, but for this one you do. You have to
qualify.
You have to qualify to be in this match. But that sign up is live and active. Go ahead and get signed up for that. Come on out. It is going to be a fantastic time. Dustin did a great job getting that stuff together, getting sponsors together for that. So we'll have some great prizes on the prize table for everybody too.
And we're going to run 2 bays for that. That is a Saturday. That means that we will have some limited lanes available for our guests. But even if you've got to wait a little while to shoot, it'd be a great opportunity to watch these guys run these
Boy, and I tell you what, some of these guys that come in are
it's crazy impressive.
Phenomenal, phenomenal shooters. On the 21st of May, we've got a basic handgun class. And then on the 22nd, CCW. On the 23rd, this kind of ties in with what we're going to talk about a little bit later on. But on the 23rd, we've got a free clinic with Chris Cox, local attorney here. He's going to talk a little bit about the fight after the fight. You know, Missouri concealed carry laws, that sort of thing. But then what to do if you're ever in a situation where you have an interaction with law enforcement and you are carrying a firearm. And he'll be around for questions. You know, as I'm sure as he talks, people will have questions pop in their head. Just ask away.
And that's just not if you're carrying it, but if you actually have to present that firearm, even if you don't discharge it, if you have to present it, if you do have to discharge, what to expect there. Really, really good information. And again, free. First 30 that sign up get to attend.
Signing up is the key. You have to sign up on our website. Okay, if you go to the training the training tab on our website, and then scroll through May, you'll see the free clinic. You have to sign up there. Okay, you can't just show up that day. If something happens and you cannot make the class, please call us and cancel that so we can open up that space for somebody else.
Yep.
Okay.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So there's page 1.
Yeah.
I learned that from you last week.
I know. Why is mine stapled?
Because you took the wrong one. I gave you one that wasn't stapled. I don't know what you did with it. So let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on in the news. So I think I want to start with NRA show. You were down there.
I was.
And did you interact with the No RA crowd and all the anti-gun people? And did you go to that restaurant that was making donations to anti-gun lobby?
Yes. No.
Did you eat there?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yes.
3 meals a day?
Yes. I did not really interact with them too much. So the first day we were there, there was a couple of protesters around, but nothing much. On the second day, on Saturday, there was a lot more. And I happened to forget some stuff at the hotel room. I had to walk back to the hotel room. Excuse me. Had to walk back to the hotel room. On my way back, I cut through this park, not realizing where I was going. And I cut right through the park where they were protesting.
You were not situationally aware.
And it was actually an hour beforehand, so there weren't very many protesters there. But I tell you what, just in the handful of people that were there, it gave me some nasty looks. And I actually saw one guy was wearing a costume. It was actually kind of comical. And I commented about it. I said, hey, I actually kind of like that. It's funny. It was a costume about Trump. And he just wouldn't even say a word to me. I'm like,
you're the devil.
Yeah, I am complimenting you.
Yeah.
And
so I read that quote right before the show. Do you remember that one? The NRA is the only organization in the world where its members get blamed for things that they don't do.
They don't do. That's right. That's true. It's very true.
So what was the show like this year?
I've
never been to an NRA show.
It's a lot of fun. So it's cool because this is a consumer show, right? So there's dealers, there's industry people there, but its primary focus is for consumers. So anybody can show up. Any NRA member, it's free for NRA members to get into. You get to show up. You get to see all the stuff that's offered by anybody and everybody in the industry. So if you want to walk from Glock and pick the brain of a Glock guy to Springfield to SIG to Smith, you can do that and talk to their reps. And you want to see all the cool, innovative stuff that's coming out, or the maybe old stuff that's being reinvented again. You know, I mean, there's just a little bit of everything there.
Yeah.
So it's actually a really good time. It really is. And it was nice for us as a dealer to go down and meet some people that we talked to on the phone or exchange emails with and make relationships. I spent my morning this morning sending emails to a bunch of those people. Got some cool stuff coming from Streak Ammo. He actually just sent me an email right before we went live today, so he's going to send me a couple hundred rounds for us to test, just to check out.
So that's one of the benefits of doing these shows. I mean, you need to stay tuned because he's not telling us everything that he came back with that we're looking at to implement here.
Yeah.
A lot of great product options.
And there'll be some stuff that we look
training
at and we
options.
decide we don't want to do. You know.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
There's cool stuff.
Yeah. That's and of course I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't, open carry your AR and walk right through the middle of the no RA crowd.
No, I didn't do that.
And take video.
I didn't do that.
All right.
I
So
open carried a
welcome home.
backpack.
Welcome home.
Which is what got me looked at funny.
Did they say anything about Oliver North being the next president while you were there?
Actually, they did not. Not that I heard anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I heard.
That's the scuttle right
Yep.
now. Oliver North is going to be the next president for the NRA. I like a guy who, here's one of the things that strikes me about Oliver North, when he went through that whole Iran-Contra thing. He's like, yep, that's what happened. And just like threw it right back in their face and defended it. And I think he could be really good for us.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes
for the NRA.
Yeah.
Cool story about a guy here. Well, cool and not cool.
Yeah.
So in a Baden, so this was here in St. Louis.
Yep.
This week, 74-year-old
on
guy
Sunday.
in his backyard, 4:30 in the afternoon. Man approaches him with a gun, forces him into the house.
In the afternoon.
4:30 in the afternoon. Forces him into his house. The man's able to, at 74 years old, retrieve his own firearm, plugs the guy.
Yep.
The perp is dead. He did get shot
Yep.
in the process.
Got shot in the neck.
Got shot in the neck. They said he's in stable condition, but
Yeah.
good for him for not
Yes.
being a victim and fighting back. And again, I'm in my own backyard at 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. That's the scary part for me,
Yeah, I
is
hate
where
it.
we're going. So
Hate it.
hope he recovers quickly. But
Me too.
another reason we train, right?
Absolutely.
So, so check this out. You know how Illinois is? Well, there's a bunch of states out there that are what's the word? They're sanctuary cities or
Yes.
sanctuary states. That's a real hot word right now, right? There are some brilliant people in Illinois. I know that because I grew up in Illinois. Even though Chicago politics ruin Illinois, there are some brilliant people over there in Illinois who are creating sanctuary counties
For what?
for gun owners.
For guns.
I thought that was brilliant.
I
They're
love
like
it.
taking that mess and wadding it up and then throwing it right
Yep.
back in. And it's really creating some stir over there because how can they, this is how my brain works, right? So they call themselves a sanctuary state or sanctuary city for illegals.
Some things.
Right, for some
but not
things.
others.
So how do you do that? How can
Yeah.
you say it's okay to break this law because we're a sanctuary city, but no, you can't break that just by calling yourself sanctuary from the gun laws.
Yeah. It doesn't
So
work, right?
I'm tickled about
Oh,
that
I know,
whole
it's
thing.
awesome.
And very, very proud of them for standing up and fighting back. Because I mean, growing up in Illinois, Chicago runs that state,
Yeah.
which is very, very unfortunate because it is not an anti-gun state. It's an anti-gun city that controls the state.
Yep.
My personal experience. So
Yep.
go Illinois
Absolutely.
on that one. I love it. And then got a notice this morning that Mossberg has joined the team, has joined Team Springfield in.
Awesome.
You need to read that.
Cutting off dicks. Springfield Armory completely cuts off dicks.
He did say that correctly.
I said it. Dick's Sporting Goods, that is.
Yeah. So Springfield Armory
awesome.
is no longer going, and we just heard Mossberg has
Yeah,
joined
just a
them.
little bit ago we heard that.
Not going to join.
Not going to sell.
They're not going to provide their products to be sold in Dick's Sporting Goods stores or their affiliate Field and Stream.
Stream, yep.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yes. I love
Somebody
I'd
in the
love
industry-
to see more manufacturers follow suit. We were
People-
just talking about that, and then all of a sudden we hear about Mossberg.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Well, you think about, I can see somebody sitting behind a desk at Dick's going, who cares about Springfield?
Yeah.
They sell those scary assault rifles that we're going to tear up and destroy, right? And pistols, which nobody needs a handgun that holds 12 rounds. But now Mossberg, that's a big player. My opinion, they're a big player. I mean, they sell a ton of Mossberg shotguns. You know, turkey, pheasant, bird, rifles. I mean, that's legit. So, hats off to Mossberg and Springfield. You should read that statement that Springfield came out with on that, because I thought it was fantastic.
Springfield Armory is severing ties with Dick's Sporting Goods and its subsidiary Field and Stream in response to their hiring a group for anti-Second Amendment lobbying. This latest action follows Dick's Sporting Goods' decision to remove and destroy all MSRs, modern sporting rifles, from their inventory. In addition, they have denied Second Amendment rights to Americans under the age of 21. We at Springfield Armory believe that all law-abiding citizens of adult age are guaranteed this sacred right under our Constitution. It is clear where Dick's Sporting Goods and its subsidiary Field and Stream stand on the Second Amendment, and we want to be clear about our message in response. Their position runs counter to what we stand for as a company. At Springfield Armory, we believe in the right and principles fought for and secured by American patriots and our founding fathers without question. We will not accept Dick's Sporting Goods' continued attempts to deny Second Amendment freedoms to our fellow Americans.
That's a backbone.
Bravo.
Now, there's potential that costs them money, right?
Oh, it will. It'll cost them a little bit, but I actually think that one decision will cost them a little bit, but then they'll get paid back.
Oh,
big time.
Well, but just setting the monetary side of it aside, it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Why would you support somebody who doesn't support
you?
Yeah. You know, so Dick's is like, all right, we're not going to sell you those scary assault rifles, but those shotguns, we want to make money on those.
Yeah.
I'm done. Anyway, that headline is awesome. Springfield Armory completely cuts off Dick's.
I love it.
Sporting Goods. And now Mossberg, kudos. So,
yes, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
So how long have we been doing this? 25 minutes?
Yeah.
So let's spend 10 or 15 minutes. We won't be very much longer because people got to go back to work. I understand, I think.
Maybe.
But there are really, in my mind, there are 5 things that we should do, or people should be prepared to do, if they are, confronted is not the right word, but if they have an engagement with law enforcement while they're carrying concealed. Mm-hmm. And primarily, this is going to happen while you're behind the wheel of the car, I think, right?
Yes, I mean, that's the most...
I'm behind the wheel of the car, I'm doing 40 into 35 blue lights, right? So now I have an interaction with the police. How do I handle that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you touch on this in your concealed carry class. Yeah. In the state of Missouri, let me ask you before we get started, is a CCW carrier required to inform law enforcement that they have a firearm on them?
They're not.
So you're not required to do so?
Correct. In the state of Missouri.
In the state of Missouri. And that also applies to those who are legally carrying constitutionally, correct? Yep. However, we deal with a lot of law enforcement around here. I can tell you right now, when you get pulled over by the police, before they come to your car, they already think you have a gun.
Yeah.
Right? Because they are in a dangerous line of work. They have to assume and be ready to take action based on assumptions or based on observations. And they're always going to assume until you convince them otherwise that you are a potential threat. Yeah. Okay? So we're going to talk about some things that will alleviate that and help identify yourself as a good guy.
Help ease tensions.
Right. And just put yourself in his shoes. It's 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. You're by yourself. You've just pulled over a car for doing 50 and a 40, which is their job, you know. And you're approaching a car. All the windows are blacked out. You can't see into the car. Backup is 10 minutes away. How would you feel, right? So keep that in mind. This is not, when police officers question you, it's not a personal attack. They're doing their job, and just, you know, the key component for me is comply and be polite.
Yep.
Okay. Even if they're not polite to you, I know that happens, be polite. Okay.
Absolutely.
If you respond with negativity and anger in a situation, it just escalates it, and that's the last thing that you want. Last thing you want is to go to jail over a 5 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour speeding ticket. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So here are some basics. So you're pulled over. It's dark out. What's the first thing you do?
Turn my dome light on.
Dome light comes on. Windows go down.
Yep.
Shut the car off. Okay. So what does that do? Just think about that if you're the police officer. Okay, car's not running. Flight risk goes way down, right?
Yep.
The windows are open and the dome's on. I can see in the car. My anxiety level comes down because I can see what's going on in that car. And then, you know, if it's not dark, obviously you don't have to pop the dome light. But again, engine off, windows down, dome light on if it's dark out. Okay. Number two, I have my driver's license and my carry permit together.
Yep.
Because when they approached the car, they were likely going to say something, driver's license and proof of insurance, right? And I will present to the officer driver's license, and I will say to him, officer, here's my license, my proof of insurance, and my concealed carry permit. And then I just let him take it from there. Now, the one time that this has happened, it's been, thank you, Mr. McCain, would you tell me where the firearm is? It's on my right hip. Great, just keep your hands where I can see them, I'll be right back. Okay? So, and it may go in a different direction depending on the officer's concerns and cues, okay? Comply. Just
Absolutely.
be polite, relax, comply, okay? Keep your hands, number three, keep your hands where they can see them.
Yes. So when you first get pulled over, there's going to be a pause from the time that you actually hit the side of the road and they actually get out of their vehicle. It gives time for a couple of things to happen. One, they're going to run your plate, see if you have any wants and warrants on that registered owner of that vehicle, all right? And then they're giving you a chance to go through your glove box, to go through your visor, through your wallet, whatever you need to do to get your license, registration, proof of insurance. That way you're not doing that when they are walking up to your car.
Yep.
So when you get pull over immediately, get your windows down, all that stuff, get that stuff out, have it ready for the officer so that when he or she comes up to the window, you can present that. My normal vernacular when it comes to that is, sir, ma'am, I just want to let you know that I have a valid Missouri concealed carry permit. I do currently have a firearm on me. What would you like me to do next? Like you said, just let them drive from there.
Yep.
Where's it at? It's, you know, whatever, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever it is, on me or in a bag in the back seat or whatever the case may be, and just do what they say.
Yep, agreed. The last thing, the other thing is that if you have passengers in the car, and this ties into your hands at 10 and 2, if there are other passengers in the vehicle with you and one of them is carrying, that person should have their ID and permit ready without having to dig for it, okay? Because the officer may say, who else is armed, right? I am. And you follow that same protocol, okay? And then my last word of advice is move slow.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. No sudden movements.
No sudden movements. I mean, if you're sitting in the car and he says, may I have your driver's license? And you go, sure.
Yeah.
And you're like immediately going down to their side, or you're digging around and then all of a sudden you do this. Just again, put yourself in that police officer's shoes. Move slowly and deliberately and make sure that that officer can see what's going on at all times. Okay?
I've told officers, like if I grabbed an expired insurance card or something, I say, hey, I've got another one in my glove box. Is it okay if I reach over there and get it?
Right.
Oh yeah, sure. That way they know where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm trying to bring that tension level down, so they don't think that a bad guy's not going to ask permission to be a bad guy.
That's exactly right. And the last thing you want to do, we see videos on YouTube all the time that they had an officer who was irate, threw him in jail and made a big deal out of it. My advice there is just take it.
Yeah.
And settle it in court. You will get your day in court.
Side of the road is not the place to fight a legal battle.
Yeah, you're just going to increase your charges.
Yeah.
Right? It's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So just exercise your constitutional right to representation. Don't answer questions, and wait for your day in court.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that covers that. If anybody has any questions, comments, message us, post them on Facebook. We'd be happy to get back to them and answer them for you.
Yep. If you got any questions while we're still live, please ask away. Sam's over there monitoring.
We think she is. She's
questions?
got her little phone out, typing like a banshee. Yay! I can't do that. I can barely do one thing at a time. So, pretty good show without John.
Nobody wants to talk to you guys though.
That's okay.
I know it's.
John Stein, he's on here.
John's there. Yeah.
No, not John. John Stein.
Oh yeah.
Different John.
So
Hi, John.
let's do a hero and a rant. Why don't you start with a hero?
Hero. So instead of an individual hero, we've got the Gary Sinise Foundation. Is who is going to be our hero for today. When did they announce that they were building a home for?
I think it was just a week ago.
Okay.
Just in the last week or so.
For the Arnold police officer, Officer O'Connor.
Yep.
He's still going through rehab, to my understanding, and Gary Sinise Foundation just announced the other day that they're going to be building him a house that will be fully accessible for whatever needs he may have, similar to what they did for a Baldwin officer who got hurt.
I love it. Yep.
It's a great thing that they do. They're very passionate about it. They do a very good job. I love it. Makes me happy.
Yep. I mean, thank you so much for supporting law enforcement and veterans, and for everybody that supports that foundation. And if you got a couple extra bucks, or even if you don't have a couple of extra dollars, look them up, make a donation.
Yeah.
I think 93% of the funds that they raise go directly to benefit those veterans and law enforcement personnel. So first responders.
We've done a lot of stuff here to benefit the Gary Sinise Foundation because they just do wonderful things.
Yeah, every chance we get. So thank you very much. All right, I get to rant real quick. Turn around, smile.
I don't smile.
Smile. Come on, Sam. You should be in there too. Let me get Sam. All right, smile, Sam. All right, that's my rant right there. So hold on, I got to take a selfie. Maybe I'm just old. Does that bother anybody else?
You are old. It does bother me. Probably not Sam.
I see it all the time.
Actually, it's like if you're like in the middle of doing something.
Nobody can hear you.
At the zoo, yes they can, because I can hear myself laugh.
Barely.
All the time. It bothers me when you're like, let's say you're at the zoo with your kids and they're just gonna like stop in the middle of like a walkway where there's people. Like if it's imposing on something going on, it bothers me. If it's like we're in front of this tree.
I guess
let's take a picture while we're
I just don't get it. We were at the ball game Saturday with the family, and we took a couple of pictures because we wanted some family pictures. But I see young men and women just sitting there at the ball game. They get their phone out and they got their beer in their hand. They're like, does that make you look Snapchat?
It's Snapchat.
I don't.
What about just talking to the people that you're there with?
That's apparently
Just
People don't do that anymore.
somebody educate me. Anyway, the selfie frustrates me.
Yes.
There's my rant.
Okay.
All right. I'm the only one, I guess.
Maybe. Sometimes there's a big price to pay for that, though.
Ranting or
No,
the
selfies.
selfie? Oh, yeah. You want to tell them about that guy? You saw that video this morning.
So in India, a gentleman decided to take a selfie with a kitty cat, maybe a puppy dog.
It was a bear.
Oh, a bear! A bear.
And the
Take
bear.
a selfie with a bear. Bears don't know what selfies are.
Yeah, he was not into it.
The bear was hungry.
The bear was in. Yeah.
The bear won that fight.
Yeah, his final selfie.
Yeah, it was. It was his very last selfie, for sure.
Crazy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
Anyway, so be aware when you're selfieing.
Yes. Be aware of your surroundings.
Is selfieing a word?
It is now.
Okay.
Selfie.
Hashtag selfieing.
You are such a dad. You are such a dad.
Hey, you know what?
I love it.
Dads are awesome
Dads
because
are
they've
awesome.
always got your back and they tell the best jokes.
I wouldn't say the best
Tell me I'm
jokes.
wrong. No, dad jokes.
They're not the best jokes.
Come see us next week. That does it for this week's show. Hopefully we'll get John back in the studio.
I hope so.
In the sim room.
I need to be on that side, not on this side.
I don't know. Text us, come see us. The Range, St. Louis West, 14803 Manchester Road, 636-200. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We'll see.